Today, I'm going to show you one of the secrets that I use when I'm getting ready to travel.
Stick around and we'll get right to it.
Hey, welcome back guys, Jason KM4ACK. Anytime I'm going on a road trip, I always do a little pre-trip planning because I want to know what kind of radio activity is in the area that I'm going to be traveling to, whether that's an RV stay or a motel stay, or maybe it's just visiting friends or family. I want to know what kind of radio activity is in that area. So I want to look up the local repeaters and I want to see if I've got APRS coverage. Now, we're not going to talk about the repeaters today. Today, we're specifically going to focus on how you can see if APRS has coverage in the area that you're going to be staying. So let's go ahead and jump over to the laptop and let me show you guys how easy this is. All right, so let's first start by taking a look at the Google Maps, and you'll see that KOA is right here that I stayed at while we were at Dayton. Now notice this Highway 49 and Interstate 70 converge right here, so we kind of know when we're looking at the APRS map, it's right in that area. All right, so let's jump over to APRS.fi. Here is 49 where it comes together, and right here is I-70, and right there is the KOA. So this is the map that we're looking for. Let's see if we can zoom in on that just a little bit. Now, I'm not seeing a whole lot here this morning when I'm looking at this, but what we can do, if you see something else that's moving around on the map, click on that and look at the path right here that he's using to be gated to the internet. And let's click on this right here and see where this station happens to be located. And lo and behold, that is just north of where we want to look at. So we know that this gateway here is both a digipeater and an iGate. So what we need to know is if we're staying down here at the KOA, will this give us APRS coverage? And that is super easy to figure out. Go ahead once you've clicked on that station and click on info right here. And we're going to wait for this next screen to load. Right up here at the very top, you're going to see show map. So we're going to click on that. It's going to take us back to the map, but this time it's going to give us a heat map. And look at that. Lo and behold, if we zoom in a little bit, we have coverage at the KOA off of this particular station. So that's how I use APRS.fi planning out a trip to see if there's any chance of me having APRS coverage. Now, this doesn't always apply exactly. Sometimes I can't get into that gateway with an HT, and that might require me putting a digipeater up with an antenna on a mast at, say, 30 feet. That can still be 5 watts, but that elevated antenna is what's going to give you the coverage you need to get into that digipeater sometimes. So just because you can see it on a heat map, it might not be there unless you get your antenna elevated somewhat. And that was exactly what happened to us at the KOA. My truck could get into that digipeater without any trouble, running 50 watts. But once I went inside the RV and I turned on an HT, well, I wasn't able to get into it. But I connected the HT inside. I didn't even bother with a digipeater. I just connected that HT to an external antenna at 30 feet, and I was able to easily get into that digipeater. If you found today's information educational, be sure to give us a thumbs up before you head off. We will see you guys on the next one. Until then, 7-3.